Last week, a basketball player from Brigham Young University was suspended for the season after voluntarily admitting to his coach that he violated the Mormon honor code by having premarital sex. If you think telling his coach was difficult, imagine what it was like to tell his parents. Mom, Dad, Mom, I humped my girlfriend. What a pussy! You don't admit that to your coach or your moms and dad. I mean, sex is great on its own, but do you know what it's like when it's illegal? Awesome! All that sneaking around, trying to find a place, whispering into her ear. Baby, what we're about to do is illegal. Oh my God, if you're going to sign up for the monastic environment at BYU, take advantage of it. Don't tattle on yourself. Now, while BYU is praised for standing up for its principles, many people were shocked that the missionary position nearly kept him out of position of being a missionary. So, was the punishment too harsh? For comparison, let's look at a case from the opposite side of the sex spectrum. At Northwestern University, a professor hosted a live sex show in order to demonstrate kinky behavior to his students. In this demonstration, a woman named Faith was penetrated by her boyfriend on a classroom desk using a sex toy called a fuck saw in order to prove that he could give Faith an orgasm in under 3 minutes. Now, what punishment did the professor receive? He totally succeeded, by the way. Multiple orgasms. Fuck saws are sold online. They're sold out completely. What punishment did the professor receive? Nothing. And what justification did the professor use? What? It's a class! Yes, the old, just because I have a lab coat and a clipboard means we're experimenting and it doesn't really count excuse. Tenure. Now, I don't really claim to know what's appropriate. I'm no Emily Post, but I think everyone can agree that any sex toy that requires gasoline and a ripcord to operate, and is called a fuck saw, is kind of pushing the envelope for the classroom. Or any room. Now, the fact that we can have two dueling stories like this in 1 week shows how confused and divided our country is when it comes to dealing with sex. I mean, just last week, Mike Huckabee tried to turn the Black Swan star, Natalie Portman, into an ugly duckling by accusing her of flaunting and glamorizing her out-of-wedlock pregnancy. Which doesn't even make sense if you watch the video. She's clearly just awkwardly happy that someone wants to have sex with her.
He totally wants to sleep with me.
Confusing, I know. Black swan, white swan, anyone would want to goose her. Insecure actresses, Jesus. So, what do we take from all this? I think we should all just lighten up and use common sense. I mean, if Faith can take a fuck saw at Northwestern, shouldn't Faith take a back seat at BYU so a student athlete isn't fucked by his faith?